Easily influenced, trying to see me in the morning. I sent the tag back. Stop what you're doing, come over. Come over.
Hey Dollhouse gang, what's up? I'm Jaleesa or J Simone if you are new, but if you watch my last video, I've only got one video, you know that I am a nurse and I'm a business owner. So thank you so much to the ones that have subscribed or viewed my video. I'm very appreciative of that. So I don't have a whole lot of time for YouTube, but I kind of wanted to get my journey out there. So here I am a year later. You guys have been wanting to know where I'm at, where I've been, what has been going on. We want to see a day in the life. We still want that farm sheet. Well, today you're going to get it all and you're going to get it. So first things first, you want to know where I've been? I have been at work. Oh my God. If you were already a nurse, you know how it has been working through COVID. And now here we are, monkeypox. I just can't. I just can't. Because it's like every time it looks like we're going to get a breakthrough, it's something else. But I have been at work. The last time I let you guys know that I was currently working in a long-term care facility because I am an LPN. Well, I caught COVID, and so I made a conscious decision to say I am going to go on my full-time job, PRN. So now I do agency and I do some small travel contracts. Travel can be 55 miles or more away from your house. So that is what I have been doing. I haven't actually did a full contract where I go off somewhere else and stay for a number amount of weeks. That is my next step. So I'm going to start from the top. January of this year, I caught COVID really bad. I was working in a long-term care facility. I did get sick. I explained to them that I was sick, but I was still asked to come into work. At the time, because we were testing a certain number of times a week, it kept coming back that I didn't have COVID. So when I went to work this particular day, I was extremely sick. I had a fever. I was sweating. I just was going through it. I took a rapid and it said that I was negative. So later on that day, I went home and I laid down because if I fast forward 3 weeks prior to this, I went to urgent care and they told me that I had pneumonia. Okay, so back to this. I got off that day, went home, laid down. I felt horrible. I just did not feel good at all. So I ended up going to the emergency room. By the time I got there, my temperature was like 107. My heart was doing all kind of funky stuff. My blood pressure was high. Everything was just not good. They said, have you tested for COVID? I told them, I explained to them at that point, I'm a nurse. I've been getting tested 2 times a week for the longest. And they said, well, we still want to give you one just to be sure. Okay. I did the COVID test and it came back positive. I was positive for COVID-19. And at this point, we weren't even in 19 anymore. COVID 21, 22, COVID 22. So I was positive and I let my job know. They kept aggravating me saying, you do know we have a COVID unit. You can come work on a COVID unit. I'm sorry. I do understand that I'm a nurse. I know what I signed up to do. But I am here to save lives, not put mine in jeopardy so that I can no longer help people. I wasn't doing that. So I decided to go PRN and I did agency. That was the best decision for me. You know, other nurses have made their own decisions on what they want to do or what they don't want to do. Some of them has just totally quit, which I get it. But that was a decision I made. And the reason I made that decision because typically with agency, they let you know before signing up for the shift if you want to sign in. Usually it's these apps, or they have like an online portal, depending on which ones you're with. They let you know if it's a COVID designated shift or not. It's not that they try to hide it or anything. So they let you know if it's a COVID designated shift, and that's on you. You can pick it up if you want to. And that's what I like about agency. So because I had been so sick with COVID, and it took me a long time to go back to work, maybe a little over a month, I was out of work due to not testing negative and still not feeling up to par. I was having problems working a full 12-hour shift after that, and it just wasn't fun. So that's the decision that I made, and that is what I'm doing now. I still work at my old full-time job, but I'm PRN, and I do agency. So that's where I've been. And I've been extremely busy because, as you guys know, I do also own a business, Simone's Dollhouse. I'll link the website down below so that you guys can check that out. We're going to talk some more about that later in the video. But as far as that, that's what has been going on, and it's been keeping me extremely busy. YouTube videos, I don't know why, but they take me a lot longer to make than like a quick TikTok or something. So the comment where someone said they wanted me to do a day in the life, I am gonna do a day in the life of a nurse, me, on YouTube. I'm gonna do it, but I do them mostly on TikTok because they don't take as long, and I'm still trying to figure out YouTube. So I'm gonna link my TikTok below, and on my TikTok you'll see nursing stuff, you'll see makeup stuff, just like here. We're like a whole pot of jambalaya on this channel. We talk about it all. So with that, so on to my next journey. I know I said that I would record my next journey with you guys, and I am. I have not started my next journey. So I don't know how it is in other programs or in other states. I'm here in South Carolina. I was going to a technical college. In order for me to do transition from LPN to RN, I had to take a NLN. I did not pass it. That was extremely hurtful for me. I studied for it. I don't think that I was as focused as I should have been on the content, but I did not pass it. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay, because the reason I'm okay is because the doors aren't completely closed. You can always find an open door. You can find a little crack. When you do, bust your way in. Okay? Always remember that. So in September, I can apply for the regular ADN program. It's a semester longer than the transition, but just as I stated, the doors aren't closed. I can still do this. I can still get it. We all go through our different challenges on this nursing journey, or any journey of that matter, you know, so we can get through this, and I'm getting through it. So that's my spiel on that. And if you are taking the NLN, just like I said, make sure to focus on the content. Some of us pass it, but at my school, you know, you can take it once every 3 years. So I'm not gonna wait 3 years to finish my journey, you know. I'm not gonna do that. So I'll just take the extra semester and try to become a RN that way. And I'm also grateful because I'm like, you know what? I was a little upset about it, but I'm like, I'm doing nothing but gaining experience and knowledge working as a nurse while I'm waiting to apply for this program and to see if I get accepted. So I'm just adding on experience. So I always have to look at these things as they're not a closed door. Life is not ending. It's not the end of the world. Gotta pick my head up, put my crown on, and I gotta keep going. And that's just what it is. So once I apply in September, I am gonna film that. Let you guys know if I get in, and then that's where the fun begins, because I get to record a lot more and take you guys through my journey with me. So, as you guys remember, the last time if you watched my last video, I stated that I had a farm sheet when I was speaking of my pharmacology class. I had a farm sheet that could help if you are in school now, or if you're studying, or anything. I have a farm sheet that me and the girls had that helped us, because flashcards was not helping us for pharmacology. I don't know why, but they were. I printed out this sheet. Why it came out red, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if I'm low on ink or what, but it came out red. So this is the farm sheet that I use. If you are in school, you're going to school, definitely try this out. You can even draw it out on a piece of computer paper, or you can make one of your own, because I got to find that clear one, because I don't know why this one printed out like that. But this is what I use. So during pharm, you're going to need to know your drugs in and out, how they need to be given, what you need to know before giving them, how do they work inside of the body. These are things that you're gonna know. If there's side effects, if they counteract what certain drugs that a patient is already taking, these are things that you're gonna know. So this is the sheet that I use, and you can get 3 on there, 3 different classes, or however you want to set it up. But that's why this one is blank. You can study with it the way that you want to study with it. So on here, you got the class of the drug, the name of the drug. Then you're going to want to say, how does this drug work? What does it do? That's what you're going to want to know. Then you're going to know what you need to know before giving this drug to this specific patient. And that's why I tell people this helped me out tremendously, because these are questions that you can think through if you are working at a job day to day, like a long-term care facility like me, and you feel like you know the ins and outs of your residents. Even though things change with them, medications change, things are constantly changing. So these are going to be questions you want to ask yourself, or you're going to want to know when giving these drugs. So then at the bottom we have side effects. What are going to be the side effects? And on a day-to-day, that is what I do, because now that I'm not at my PRN job as much with the residents that I typically know the most, and I'm doing agency or I'm doing travel, these are questions that I'm going to ask myself. These are things that I'm going to look on the ins and out, because when I do my med pass, or if I've got to put in a new drug, or a doctor has left a prescription and I've got to put this in, or a stat drug, I need to know this person. I need to know a little bit about them. I need to go through their orders and see what it is that they're currently on. I need to look at their history to see what this drug is for, what we're trying to handle with this drug, but also what does this person already have that this drug may not be good with together. And those are things, as a nurse, you're going to have to constantly focus on, because they say, oh, the doctor is your superior. No, ma'am. The way I see it, I work with the doctor, because that doctor may have all of these patients, but they're not specifically looking in and out all day long. They're busy too. So as the nurse, you're the advocate for them. You're going to be the one that's going to care for this patient. You're going to be the one that has to give this patient the medication. So you need to look at it and say, The doctor told me to put this in as a new order. I need to look at this. Is this okay? If everything checks out, okay, I pull the drug, I give it to them. But if I'm second guessing, you're gonna have some doctors that are mean. I mean, that's just the way they are. But in this profession, you gotta have some thick skin. You can't let things bother you because you're gonna see a lot. You're gonna deal with so many different people, whether it be the resident or the people that you're working with. You're gonna deal with a lot of people, and they're gonna be different. So you gotta kind of put on a thick skin, and you're gonna have to say, I gotta call this doctor because I don't know. You know, I don't know about this drug with this particular resident. And sometimes you call and they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't see that. Give them this. And we all know the issues and the things that we seen with the case that was going on, the Renanda Vault. And it was sad, but at the same time, they teach us this. And even if your teacher hasn't or your instructor hasn't drilled it in your head, cover your butt. You have to. And I don't care if they say, well, you're just the nurse, you're not the doctor. You still have worked hard for your license or are working hard for your license, and you're going to want to protect those at all costs. So do your job. Don't, excuse my language, don't half-ass. Don't. Because this is nothing to play with, especially when you're dealing with human lives. And a lot of them, you know, we do become their family. We become their friends. We speak up for them. And the ones especially that can't speak up for themselves. So do your job. Double check behind yourself. If you're not sure and you're on the shift with another nurse, have another nurse double check with you. I mean, it's no harm or foul in you saying, and especially if you're going to be a new nurse or if you've been a nurse for years. Like, I've been a nurse almost 2 years now, and I still ask questions. I don't care if it's something that I felt like I knew in and out. I'm like, okay, I do have brain farts some days, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I need to ask somebody, and I'm going to ask, and I'm going to ask before I do what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And all of us aren't going to be nurses like that, but I beg and I plead, please do. Be the nurse that you would want if you were to be in a situation like that. Be the caregiver that you would want. Be the advocate that you would want. I know we all get frustrated, and it's been a lot, especially since the pandemic, but you have to think about, one day I could possibly be in this position. I could possibly be to where this is my lifeline. This nurse right here is my friend. This nurse right here is my family. I don't have anyone left. You never know when you could get in a situation like that. So that's what I think about when I have tough days, hard days, days that I just feel like I just don't want to do it anymore. I think about that. And I also think about when I was in school, all the times that I prayed and cried to get through this, and now it's here. There's no giving up. We just go forward. You come home, relax, start over. As long as the Lord blesses you to wake up in the morning, there's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. And that's what I've had to start to think like. There's always tomorrow. If you're granted another day, you get up and you keep going. And that's the way I feel about my transition program. Because I could not get in transition because I didn't pass my NLN, there's tomorrow. There's tomorrow. As long as I'm living and I wake up, there's tomorrow. There's going to be tomorrow. And whatever opportunity I'm granted, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to make sure I do what I need to do once I'm granted that opportunity. So that's my daily spiel on that. So now we're going to talk about my business. Last time we did strictly nursing stuff. So we're going to switch the page today and we're going to talk about my business. My business is J. Simone's Dollhouse. I own a cosmetics company. I have been in business for about 3.5 years. And has it been easy? No. Am I enjoying it? Yes. Because just like I think about my nursing, I think about my business. There's always tomorrow. Sometimes as a business owner, you have good days. Sometimes you have bad days. Hell, you can even have bad months when it comes to business. You just never know. It's one of those things where it's constantly changing. So you can have good days and bad days. The reason I started this company is because I've always just been into the beauty stuff, the makeup, and me personally, I think of makeup as a form of art. Because if you are a girl or a guy that's into makeup, whoever you are, you're into makeup, you know that you can give 15 girls one palette and tell them to create a look, and you just don't know what they're going to come up with. And that is what amazes me. And it shows the creativity in people and what they can come up with. And the slogan for my company is "Be a doll on the inside and out." And it's because I live off of that. I thrive off of that. Treat people how you want to be treated. I mean, you can be the prettiest thing in the world. You get dressed up, you put on your makeup, and somebody could call you ugly if you're being mean to somebody or hurtful to somebody. And I truly live by that because it's happened to me. I mean, it's happened to all of us. When people don't typically know you, they don't really know anything about you, and they're mean to you and they're hurtful to you, and they little do they know, I'm a nurse. I watched my patient pass today, or I lost someone very dear to me today, or I'm struggling, or I might be going through depression, or it may be something, and you just were hurtful to me for no reason, and then that tends to stack on top of it and make it worse. And that's why I tell people, be a doll on the inside and out. Don't let your outer shell be beautiful and you make it look beautiful. Don't let your outer shell be beautiful and your inside is ugly. Don't do that. And my grandma used to tell me that. She my nickname is Mama. She used to say, "Mama, don't be ugly, be pretty." And I live by that. A lot of the stuff that she told me, I still live by before she passed. She used to tell me a lot of stuff, and I still live by that, and it's so true. So that's why that's my slogan. I love gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girls. Love beautiful girls. And guys, and everybody. I love human beings, period. I do. I'm a very loving person. But with makeup, you can, step it up a notch. We all love to try to look our best, and I love it. Like today, I don't have any makeup. I have on some lashes and little lipstick or something. It's Sunday. I'm chilling. But I'll show you guys some of my stuff so that you can go onto my website and check it out. And also this year, J. Simone's Dollhouse has ventured out into something new. We have put our products in a beauty supply store. I put the products in a beauty supply store that's in my town. I wanted to see how it was gonna go. I wanted to kind of see what the community is thinking about my product and how J. Simone is here, and a lot of them don't know I'm here. They don't know I'm here. So I have to work on that, stepping out of my shell. So I do pop-up shops as well. I do pop-up shops. I have my website. I just put it in the store. Now I'm working on getting it out into more stores, because I'm starting to see, with me putting it in the beauty supply store, there are a lot of people coming in and they're like, who is J. Simone? Do I know this girl? Do I not know this girl? Who is she? They want to know more about me. They want to know more about my products. So as I'm looking at my website, I'm like, God, I'm getting people from all over that's checking it out. And I'm still working on, getting it out more on social media, in which I am on social media. But I just try to get it out there for people to see because I really love my product. It took me a long time to get everything the way that I wanted, but I love my products and I use them on a day-to-day. This is not no, oh, I'm J Simone and I don't use my stuff. What I wear is my stuff. True indeed. I love makeup. So of course, yeah, I'm going to Ulta. I'm going to take my trip to Ulta. I am. I'm going to take my trip to Ulta. I'm going to use other products. I am. But in the meantime, I'm adding on more stuff to my line so that I can mostly use my line too, because I really love it. So I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I have. This is the newest product that I had. This is the J Simone's Dollhouse highlighter palette. And oh my God. When I open this up, you're just gonna be like, what? This is my highlighter palette. It being on camera does this no justice. The glow. I used it yesterday for the first time because they're just now coming in. So I put them in stock on my website yesterday and in store. So I used it for the first time yesterday. To die for. And when I link my TikTok at the bottom, I'm gonna link my TikTok, my website, my business social media. Come check me out. Just step into my world. You can get all in my business. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm gonna link all of this down below so that you guys can check it out. I also have my second palette. This is the second palette that I created as far as eyeshadow. This is the Good Vibes palette. This is my Good Vibes palette, and I call it Good Vibes because if you're going to get to know me a lot more, but I live for summer vibes. I live for bright colors. I live for it. Even though, although you can probably tell my favorite color is pink. I love pink, but I love brighter colors. So that's why summer is like my go-to, because I can get away with having neon green nails and toes, and something I probably wouldn't do in the wintertime. I try to keep it more toned down. So that's why I love the summer. I love all the colors, especially spring and summer. I love it. But this is like a brighter palette. It has your brighter colors in it. And I've got some of the people that have used this palette, they have used these colors as liners as well by damping them with micellar water, and they make them into liners. It is so cool. It is so cool. So if you get this palette, you know what it is. Okay, the Good Vibes palette. And this, the next one that I'm going to talk about, this is the very, 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 very first palette that I created, and it is called the Millionaire Lifestyle Palette. I named it the Millionaire Lifestyle Palette is because I know in my heart, I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but the only thing I do know is they say that it takes faith. It's small as a mustard seed, and I got faith that my business is going to branch out and be on everybody. I want everybody to know who J Simone is. Not just the nurse, not just the business owner. I want everybody to know who J Simone is. So, Millionaire Lifestyle Palette. And this was my first one that I ever created. So, it's my baby. So, I have to constantly keep restocking this one. It will never go out of stock. This is my baby. This is everything to me. This is this one. The Millionaire Lifestyle Palette, baby. Okay? So, all the colors in here, it's kind of like, you know, your regular day-to-day colors. if you're doing just some quick stuff in the morning, or you can do major stuff with this too. But it's not as much color as the Good Vibes palette, and that palette is smaller because I do get a lot of people, me actually stepping out there talking to other people or talking to other ladies and everything. They're like, I don't really know how to do makeup. How do you do that? Why don't you do other people's makeup? I don't, because you know how people say you got to trust the process? I'm trusting the process right now. I do my makeup, but I don't do other people's makeup because I don't know if it's fear. Because we all know dealing with the public is a whole different beast than me liking my product and people that purchase my products feel, you know. So it's different with me doing work on other people. So that's something that I'm saving for probably like I don't know. I may start practicing and I may do it, but it's just something that it's just a little bit of fear. And so I also have a brush set. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I brought it over here. Hold on a minute. I gotta go get up. This is my brush set. I didn't mean to have to get up. I thought I had everything. But this is my brush set. And it is the Dollhouse brush set. It is a 10-piece. It comes with 10 brushes. And it also comes with this really, really, really cute bag. And I sell out of these a lot too. And I think the girls are like, I love the bag. And I do too, because don't think when I go on vacation, when I go places, I'm going to take my Dollhouse bag with brushes in it. Because it holds them and it's a cute little pouch, you know, to where what you can use. But these are the brushes. And it comes with a 10-piece set. It looks so pretty, you guys. I just wish that you guys could be here and see it in person. But if you're ever in South Carolina, you could possibly catch me at a pop-up shop. Or you can order online. Place your own order. Because those brushes are everything. And I use them. I use them all the time. And I'm going to start trying to do some makeup videos on YouTube now that I've kind of got my life together and kind of done dealing with the COVID and everything. And then after that, I took some time for myself to go on vacation and enjoy my life and my family, because sometimes that stuff makes you feel like, you know, do I even have a life, you know? So I took some time out for myself, but now it's game time. So next thing, I also have lip gloss. And these are my lip glosses. J. Simone's Dollhouse. And this one is Maryland. And now I'm not going to take all of these out. Because I do have a lot of different lip glosses. But I will show you this one so that you can see how they're packaged and everything. But this is the Maryland gloss. It's like a pink. It's a pink color. And it goes on like a clear. So you can kind of pair this with other lipsticks or lip glosses. And this is also one of my best sellers. And I've got some nude colors as well. And on my website, I also have lashes, lash pens. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And I also have a new eyeshadow palette that is coming that I'm waiting on. That I'm currently waiting on. It is the J. Simone's Dollhouse in the nude palette. So that's something that a lot of my customers have been asking for. Because just like I said, all the time I run into women that are like, I can't really do all that color. So they're wanting more of a toned down nude palette. So that is what I did. I typically like to give my customers what they want. I typically do. So the new palette is coming, and I will talk about it on my social media, post it, give stock alerts and all of that. Or if you go on my website, subscribe to my website so that you can get all the news on the new stuff that's coming. So that's what's going on with my business. So just like I said, in this video, we just kind of did a jambalaya pot of everything so that I can let you guys know where I've been, because I missed it. I mean, I miss doing it, even though I've only done one video. It's just that YouTube takes me a lot longer, and I'm typically extremely busy. So that is something that I need to work on personally, is time management. I do. I need to work on time management, because doing this work, business, it can get to be a lot. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead, end out this video. Just like I said, I'm gonna link all of my social media accounts, my business website. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or to let me know. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here, and I will answer you. Anyone that has emailed me before or hit me up on Instagram, they know I'm gonna respond. So here it is. That's my spiel on all of that. Thank you. Always remember, keep your head up. If one door closes, you open another, you find a crack, you kick through it. Okay? Love you, dolls. Enjoy the rest of your week.